Yo, what's poppin'? Let's talk about the Demon Slayer movie, man. I went to see it last Friday, and I thought the movie was like amazing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than amazing. There's a lot of things I want to touch up on, like from the movie, but there's definitely been like a lot that I want to talk about, kind of get off my chest because I think the movie is like awesome, bro. And I think if you're a Demon Slayer fan, anime fan, you like good anime fights, you like good anime stories. I think the Demon Slayer movie is like really good, especially like if you've been following the anime and it's like for you. If you're a Demon Slayer fan that didn't like the movie, are you really a Demon Slayer fan? Like I don't know. I'm not gonna go through the fights like in order of how they happened in the movie. I'm just kind of gonna just boom, boom, boom. So I'm talking about the Shinobu and Doma fight first. So like Shinobu's going through the castle and she ends up like smelling blood. She goes into a room. Doma's there. Doma is a really weird, sadistic, mind fucked person. Like literally something is wrong with them. And so Shinobu runs up in there, and then she realizes this is the demon that killed my sister all of them years ago. And Shinobu, she can't cut off a demon's head. She only has to use poison, and her poison does not work. And that just eventually plays out into her losing. Demons can regenerate, she can't. Doma, like, may not be able to like catch her in a sense, but you might be fast, but if you're not faster than him, you're not strong. He's definitely stronger. One good cut. She got cut that one good time and she was done for. But I did like the scene where her sister is kind of like in spirit. She's like there and she's like, nah, you said you was gonna kill him? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna fight. I was like, you here now. You can't just sit on the ground and cry, bro. You gotta do something. She unleashes one last attack. It doesn't work. She ends up dying. And Doma like really like kills her in a brutal way. Like he literally like crushes her spine and her body just goes limp. And you're like, and then like kind of how she walks up in there as Shinobu is like dying. She signals to her, and Doma like absorbs Shinobu, and her hair clip falls out. Like that's the end of that fight. It was crazy. It was emotional, but it was actually like really good. Like Shinobu was doing moves we ain't never seen before, and he was really capitalizing of acknowledging her speed. Like her speed was one of the things. It's like, dang, you were like super duper fast. Like if she could cut off a demon's head, oh my god, she would probably be one of the best slayers ever. Like just based off speed alone. But she just doesn't have the strength to back it up, and it's tragic. Now it's the Zenitsu and Kaigaku fight. At the end of the Hashira training guard, Zenitsu was like, his face all bloody. He was like locked in. He fell into the castle and he was locked in, bro. And so he was running around the castle like looking for him. He finally runs into Kaigaku, and they just get to trash talking. And like even though Zenitsu's like mad as hell that Kaigaku became a demon and their sensei died and everything, Zenitsu calls him Gramps, right? Not really his grandpa, but took care of him, looked after him and stuff like that. So it's all love from Zenitsu. And bro, like Kaigaku just not hearing it. He just don't give a fuck. Like I said, something wrong with him. And Zenitsu just trash talking him through and through. And like mind you, we never seen Zenitsu move like this ever. Eyes awake and talking crazy. And mind you, Kaigaku was upper moon. He's upper moon 6, I think. Yeah, he's upper moon 6. And Zenitsu's talking crazy. And so they get to fight. And like I said, bro, the fight choreography is crazy. Because like Kaigaku's lightning is like real lightning now. Like it burns and cracks the skin. And Zenitsu's get hit by this a couple of times while trying to use his, first form, the, 5th fold, 8th fold. He's trying to use all the folds. And it's not working. Kaigaku knows the move too well. So since Zenitsu knows that Kaigaku knows the move too well, well, I wouldn't say he just knows, but, Zenitsu ends up kind of losing the fight. He's falling down. He catches himself. And like the music that pops up, y'all know it. I don't even gotta say it. The music that pops up and his eyes start glowing and Kaigaku's like looking down, was like, oh, this dude's gonna die, bro. Oh my gosh, the music that pops up is crazy. And Zenitsu hits like the craziest move. Like, I don't want to play it right here and get my video demonetized, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just throw it in right here. A quick little 3 seconds of that slash right there because it was crazy. And Zenitsu, he wins his fight solo to upper moon by himself. Might be the weakest, might not have even been the strongest. Doesn't matter. It's the upper moon. Zenitsu got that. Give that man this credit. Now on to the craziest fight of the movie. and I don't care what anybody says. It's Akaza versus Giyu and Tanjiro. Oh my goodness. From start to finish, this fight was crazy. Now, when the fight starts off, like the castle starts shaking and Akaza falls through the roof and he sees Tanjiro, and Tanjiro cuts off his arm. Akaza tries to hit him, he does the fake rainbow, and then he cuts his face. You're like, oh shit. This is not the same Tanjiro we've seen. Like, he is moving different. Against Upper Moon 3? Oh my goodness. And then Akaza notices that he gives Tanjiro his props and he's about to use his compass needle, and Giyu comes in and he's like, hey, stop that. Like, and they get to fighting. Like, from that point on, them boys are like literally fighting to the end. And so Giyu's like holding his own against Akaza, right? He uses dead calm, blocks the air type, and then Akaza starts using like feet type and doing projectiles and stuff like that, and he kicks Giyu away, right? And so now it's Tanjiro versus Akaza, and they're like in this room full of pillars and stuff like that, and Tanjiro's really holding his own, like, in that room. I'll be honest, he's holding his own in there. And then Tanjiro, he's holding his own. He's about to get whooped on. Giyu pulls up, cuts off Akaza's arm, and he's mad. He said, man, my back hurts. I've been fighting this dude for a short amount of time. My senses have been heightened to heights they've never been before. And you're like, oh shit, like what is going on, bro? And I had seen somebody on TikTok had posted that like in the same place where Sabito slapped him is where Giyu's mark appears. And you're like, oh my gosh. The writing is crazy. Like, they actually paid attention to something that small, right? To the mark where his best friend left him is his power up. His power up. And so Giyu gets his mark and he starts boxing again. Oh my goodness, he starts boxing again. And so it's just like, as Giyu gets stronger, it seems like Akaza got stronger too. You're like, oh my, I wouldn't say he got like stronger, but he started like doing a lot more, bro. His air tight started turning red and they're flying around the castle again. Oh my gosh, they're literally flying around the castle and you're like, what the? Like, you're just like locked in because we've never seen Giyu move like this. Ever. I don't even think we've seen like a Hashira move like this. Ever. Probably aside from like Tengen, but he was fighting upper 6. This is upper 3. And he's already killed another one. So like, we're just like on edge, like, who next? He's known to kill Hashira. He killed a water Hashira not that long. He said like 50 years ago he fought a Hashira. He just killed Rengoku not that long ago. That's 2 bodies. We got to get our get back. And I didn't mention that Tanjiro is like kind of piecing together Akaza's blood demon. Alright, he's understanding that it's like a magnetic field. Like, it's going to all my vital points when he attacks, and when I try to attack him, it's kind of like he just repels it away. Right? It's insane. And so while Giyu and Akaza are fighting, Tanjiro finally understands, like, I have to attack him with no fighting spirit. And I know this is where people get mad that the backstory kind of came into play, where it's like, why is Tanjiro thinking about his dad killing a bear? Why is he thinking about Inosuke? But he just kind of piecing the puzzles together, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out, how do I attack somebody with no fighting spirit? And it's crazy how he did that. He just unlocked the transparent world just like that. Just off remembering, his dad showed him a long ass time ago before he died. Right? 10 days before his dad died. Alright, it was crazy. 10 days before his dad died, he showed him this crazy technique. And bro, like, from the Demon Slayer manga, seeing that panel be animated, you're like, oh my gosh, because he just like, he unlocked the transparent world, the fire starts coming out, his breath, the sword is showing. I'm gonna throw it up on screen right here because it was crazy. But he does that, and Akaza can't like sense him anymore. He can't use his compass needle to sense out Tanjiro anymore. And he's like, I don't know why, but for some reason, every cell in my body is telling me to kill him right now. And then, not to mention, this dude Akaza, while he was fighting Giyu, like literally just like tapped the side of the sword and like broke it. And you're like, oh shit, like what is Giyu gonna do now? And so while Giyu was kind of like on offense, Tanjiro's in the transparent world, right, weaving, bobbing all of Akaza's attacks, and Akaza's kind of not even noticing, because it's like, bro, this is an all-out attack. Anything that I hit should be gone, right? He can't sense Tanjiro, and Tanjiro just walks up right behind him. He's like, Akaza, I'm gonna cut your head off right now. And Giyu was like, why would you say that? He dodges and still cuts his head off. And mind you, I just said he cut his head off, right? Akaza grabs his head and tries to put it back on, right? And Giyu throws his broken sword at Akaza's head. It falls off, his head disintegrates, right? That nigga starts growing his head back. If it wasn't for Akaza having his backstory, his flashback and everything, and us getting to understand Akaza a little better, bro, they were doomed. There was nothing they could have did if his head regenerated. There was nothing they could have did. I'm not gonna lie. And so, mind you, while like his head is like kind of regenerating, his body is just moving on its own, fighting them, right? And so, Giyu is this broken sword, still trying to fight. Tanjiro is knocked out right now, and I'm just hoping, like, bro, please, mind you, I've read the manga and everything, but I was like, golly, just please go down, because this is like crazy. You know, eventually he has, you know, a change of heart, sees his wife, goes on to the afterlife and everything. His body disintegrates, and the fight is over. The fight is over. And then you start seeing stuff like for the next movie, right? You see Kokushibo, you see Kanao fighting Doma, you see Inosuke. That boy headed over there. Like I said, if you haven't, I think I addressed it at the beginning of this video. If you haven't seen it, this is all spoilers for the next movie. I read the manga and everything. And so they're setting things up for the next movie. I don't think Guillaume and Marichiro got separated yet. Probably not, but they set things up for like the next movie. And like the crows, even at the end, they're like, oh, don't die, Tanjiro. And that boy Giyu is passed out. But golly, bro. And so like, that's just me. I've only seen the movie once, and I did my best to describe it. I probably missed some parts, but I've only seen the movie once. But I just can't stop thinking about like how good those fights were. Like every single fight had amazing music, and I know I went more into detail about the Ginyu and Akaza fight, but it was because it's my favorite. Like I can go more into detail about the Doma Shinobu fight, but Ginyu my favorite character. I feel I owe him this, bruh. He finally teed up. I waited for years since I think it was 2021 that I went and read the manga. I've been waiting for years for him to tee up like this, and it was by far super duper worth it. I think the movie was amazing. I think the movie is a 10 out of 10, like one of the best anime movies out there. I'll be honest with you. Granted, I haven't seen like every single anime movie, but the ones that I have seen, it's definitely one of the best. And I've seen like, you know, in Naruto movies, the My Hero movies. I've seen the romance movies and stuff like that. I've seen all those. This shit is peak. But there isn't really much else I have to say about the movie, bro. 10 out of 10, it's amazing. But y'all let me know what y'all are looking forward to seeing like in the future Demon Slayer films. For anybody who's like read the manga, it just kind of knows what's gonna happen. Y'all let me know what y'all are excited to see aside from the Upper Moon 1 fight, bro. It doesn't count, bro. Everybody's excited to see that. But with that being said, y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed, and keep moving forward. Later.
Get paid every night like this hotel. Bad little bitch, better rodeo. She got a man, this shit, oh well. Running from the law, that